Hi, welcome to my classroom. My name is Mrs. Hewitt. I am the HFA teacher at West Clayton Elementary. This is my classroom. I usually have small groups that are pulled from gen ed classes. They come here for a 30-minute class about 4 times a week. There's usually about 4 to 6 students tops. I also support anyone who's HFA. Sometimes they would come in here first thing in the morning to check in, and then before dismissal to let me know how their day was, or anytime during the day when they needed a break. We are virtual right now, so my room is a little bare. We had to take home anything that couldn't be sanitized, so my calming area is not here. It used to be over here in this corner. I had a tent with sensory items, and it was like a calm down area, and a lot of fidgets and things that kids could use for coping. But these are where our small groups are. I have a teacher assistant who's here every day. The materials that I'm using for virtual learning, we're using Google Classroom. I try to set it up as simply as I could. This is set up by weeks and then by days of the week. Every day they get a slide. It looks something like this. It has the link for a check-in, the link for a Google Meet, and then the lesson that we're doing that day. The check-in looks something like this. They just have it's a Google form, they put in their name, and it's different every day, but this one says, which picture best describes your mood today? And they just give me their answer and why. So every student does that. This was part of my lesson for today. It's kind of a fun Friday lesson, but they let me know how they are feeling. They can just drag an emoji over, and then they can type why they're feeling that way. I do see kids K through 5. For the younger kids today, I had a boom card. We're talking a lot this week and last week about emotional recognition. So this is about showing emotions. Another site that I use a lot, more for my 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th graders, is called Everyday Speech. And the kids really enjoy this. It has videos that have real child actors. And this one's also about feelings. It always comes with a companion worksheet that I can assign, or most of the time we kind of just do it together during our meet. So I use that a lot. Another thing I use a lot in here are picture books. I put out some of my favorites, but I find a picture book is a great way to start off a lesson, because the kids enjoy them. K through 5, all the ages enjoy picture books. So I usually try to tie that in at the beginning of a lesson. Oh, another one I use for younger kids, I don't think I have it up, it's called Emotional ABCs. I use that for kindergarten. Let's see. One thing that I'm proud of that we used a lot last year, and I was really proud of the kids for catching on so quickly and being able to grasp the whole idea, was we used the zones of regulation. And kids learned what each zone meant, and they would be able to say, they were having a moment, I could say, what zone are you in? They could tell me. And then we would talk about different ways that we could get out of that zone and into the preferred green zone. Whether it was taking deep breaths, or one of the other coping tools that they liked. So we use that a lot. Another lesson that I had that tied into the zones was I printed out some of these cards and we talk about them and try to figure out what zone they were, what color they were. And this kind of expanded their emotional vocabulary. So we did that. So that was one thing that I felt, I was really proud of the kids for catching on to that. One thing that I would like to improve, now that we're virtual teaching, right now we're virtual until October 15th, and we're not sure, if that's gonna stay here or what. But so a lot of my kids are having behavior issues at home, and I'm hearing from a lot of parents about these behaviors at home. So I made this behavior chart for a few of them, and this is the morning, and they can earn either a happy face, an okay face, or a sad face. This was morning, and then you flip it for afternoon, and then you add up your totals. And I think this really works well for kids who are driven by reaching goals or a token economy. And I sent these home last week. I haven't heard back from parents to see if they're working or not. I hope they're working. But again, this is something that I would like to improve on this year, is being able to track behavior, and it's kind of, and how they are on their goals, which is kind of hard being virtual, and hopefully we get back soon and I can work on that face to face. But I like this chart because, say this boy has a bad morning, he can flip it over and kind of start over. And I laminated it and gave them a dry erase marker so they could reuse it. So this is my classroom. Here's the last little, the only thing it's missing is children. Thank you.